Yeah, Silent Hill, TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W, Sports Network, Late Night Edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep, go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laughs in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark.
Hey, everybody, my mouth was moving for a whole 4 minutes and y'all ain't heard nothing. Anyway, happy birthday. So my man 40 Water, the guy that created the song leading into the show, Shout out to my man. Love you, my brother. Happy birthday. Hope all is well. Hey, can never show enough love to my brother, man. He's very dope, artistic minded individual. And just hey, one of God's gifts to the world, for sure. Sports. Hey, let's talk some sports because I didn't already messed up. I had my old goofy ass on mute. Rookie mistake for like the last 4 minutes. So let's just get to let's just talk some sports after I didn't mess that up. So that is crazy. I haven't done that in so long. Just make a rookie mistake like that. But look, hey, World Baseball Classic. Hey, let's just call it what it is, man. Tough night for the bats of Team USA. And look, I want, all right, let's just call a spade a spade. All right, USA just didn't show up tonight. The bats didn't. Let's say that. The pitching staff for the USA, they showed up. They did what they were supposed to do, at least when it mattered. They couldn't get no help, and the bullpen couldn't close the door. Got some key hits. Miguel Garcia, who ends up being the World Baseball Classic MVP. Shout out to him, a Royal. Hey, shout out. Hey, my Royals put up. Hey, they players was doing it for the World Baseball Classic. Shout out to my Kansas City Royals, who were part of the whole World Baseball Classic thing overall as a squad. They did very good. But Miguel Garcia did his thing. Abreu homered. It was looking real grim. I was like, man, the pitching for Venezuela was on point tonight. And just bats went cold. Oh, the bats went cold. Absolutely went cold. And lo and behold, Bryce Harper, who I like Bryce Harper. All right. So I don't want this to make it seem like this is a bash Bryce Harper moment, because it's not. I will say this. I was waiting for Bryce to kind of show up. I was waiting for Bryce to kind of be in this moment, a big moment, make a great play, show why he wants to be that face of baseball, why he wants to be that well-known figure associated with, even for the casuals who don't watch a lot of baseball, but they would know Bryce Harper. He wanted to show why he did, and he made a clutch home run in the bottom of the eighth. Clutch. That 2-run home run had me going crazy in the house. My wife was like, hey, what's all that screaming? Because I went crazy. Bryce Harper, I was like, all is forgiven. Because you was kind of playing kind of shaky in this World Baseball Classic. And I'm just like, man, if there was any moment for you to show up and show out and have that moment, it would be now. And he showed up in the 8th inning, and I was like, yes, Bryce Harper, yes. But then again, it didn't matter because Team Venezuela, they countered immediately in the top of the 9th, putting them on top 3-2, and then they was able to close it out with 3 more outs. And that was, it's like that Bryce Harper home run, a 2-run shot was the last gasp, because the bats went so cold, and that was pretty much the only time that they was able to get on the board and then actually make something happen there. It was like, damn, that was it. Because it was so late in the game. Clearly, they were getting shut out that whole game. I was like, damn, they ain't looking too good. Literally, it wasn't looking too good. You just got to give Venezuela the credit. They did what they supposed to do. They came in. Pitching was pretty much the dominant key piece to help them, shut down Team USA. Venezuela gets their first ever World Baseball Classic championship, and place went crazy. All right, they defeated the defending champion Japan. Also, a hot Italy team who was coming in hot. Beat Team USA with all those stars on in that lineup and bullpen. And so you just got to give Venezuela their credit. I get it. You know, they got some Major League Baseball talent on their roster as well. Of course they do. All these international countries got some Major League Baseball talent on their squad. But when you got the Team USA with literally the whole roster is loaded with not just MLB talent, but like key names. And one of those key names that really disappointed me when it really, 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 really mattered the most. I got to say it. All right. Aaron Judge. All right. I already didn't see the conversation around his name across the internet, and I kind of laughed and chuckled at it a little bit, but there's some truth to some jokes. There's some truth to some jokes. Now, Aaron Judge, again, I think you're a phenomenal player. Multiple MVP. All right. The Yankees paid you a lot of money because you know how to hit, not only for power, but you know how to hit. Right? The man knows how to hit. All right. He can hit for average. Okay. He damn sure knows how to hit for power. I mean, all rise. The man knows how to park one in right field, left field, center field, over the field, over the stadium, out the stadium. He knows how to hit. All right. Aaron Judge is you are a phenomenal baseball player. All right. But I'm a baseball fan and I keep it a buck about everything that I see. And there's times that I see you, as talented as you are, I see you crumble in big moments quite often. Quite often I see Aaron Judge come up, how big he is and how big his aura is, that comes with being Aaron Judge, and they all rise. And yeah, everything's big, you know. And then you get in these big moments with big old Aaron Judge, and he got his big old bat, and he's ready to hit a big old hit, maybe even a big old home run. And just a moment so damn big, everything big. Manny Fresh style. Everything big. And then in that big moments, you waiting for big old Aaron Judge to take his big old bat and hit a big old hit or a big old home run in a big old moment. And he comes up small. I mean, hey, look, I played baseball growing up. All right. I know how hard it is to hit a baseball. I think it's one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. I think it's very difficult to hit a baseball. And then let alone make it to that level where you got to hit 100-mile-per-hour fastball plus 100 plus. Some of these hurlers is throwing 100 plus. Oh, they got a change up. Can you hit that? You didn't see 100 miles per hour, and then he drop it that thing back to 87. Can you hit that changeup? Oh, you think you can hit a changeup? Can you hit a curveball when it starts at the top of your head and then drops by the time it gets to your knees when it clears the zone? Can you hit that? Huh? Can you hit the cutter? Can you hit that slider? Can you hit that slurve? Can you hit that screw? Can you hit that knuckle? Can you? Look, hitting the baseball is hard. It's tough. All right? It ain't easy. It ain't easy. All right? So I'm not knocking Aaron Judge because I can't never get to the level that he was. No. My point is when you big old Aaron Judge with your big ass bat, and you got this big old aura, and you just fans are clamoring and waiting for you to hit a big old hit or a big old home run in a big old moment, and you come up small And a lot of these big moments is deflating. It's deflating. All right. We seen it in the World Series when the Yankees and he was in some of those at bats where it was some key moments. Could have helped his team out in some key situations, and he came up small in those big moments. And let's not act like this wasn't a big moment tonight. All right. Y'all heard what I said last night. Y'all heard what I said. It's must win. This is America's favorite pastime. This is supposed to be our sport. Huh? Venezuela did to us what we've been doing to Team Canada for the last damn few months. It's just stealing their damn pride and joy. Pissing on their parade and win that damn hockey sport, winning in their sport. We were supposed to win the sport. Baseball's supposed to be our shit. How we losing in America's favorite pastime? Huh? I know it ain't America's favorite pastime because America loves football like crazy, but you know, that was the slogan. That's what they sold us on. America's favorite pastime. All right, well, I'm not gonna. I was about to kiss. I caught myself because I was about to say something crazy about Aaron Judge, but I just say this: as talented and as great as he is, in another moment like this, a big moment. So again, let's not try to downplay the moment. It was big. Again, USA was a must-win situation, but you saw how every country, every player, every fans, every atmosphere, you felt the importance of this World Baseball Classic day in and day out, from pool play to knockout round to the championship round. You felt the drama, the excitement, the anticipation. Like literally, I'm sitting at home just like, all right, the team's down 2-0. Team USA down 2-0. There's at some point in time, it ain't going to last forever. Going to break through. Bryce hits the home run. Place goes crazy. Half the place goes silent because there's a very pro-Venezuelan crowd in the stadium tonight. So you hear Venezuelans going crazy. You hear Americans going crazy. The atmosphere is bonkers. You can feel it through the TV. Come on, man. Big moment. And Aaron Judge again comes up small. It ain't me hating. It's just the truth. How many times have we seen in postseason action where Aaron Judge, big moment, big bat, we want you to hit a big hit or big home run, come up small. Y'all can stop me when I'm lying. Y'all can stop me when I'm lying. Yankees fans, stop me when I'm lying. How many times y'all seen y'all big old outfielder Aaron Judge with his big bat come up plate in a big moment, come up small? All right, okay. Hey man, I'm just saying. You know, there's a difference. Sometimes where, you know, I get it. He's an MVP. Been an MVP, multiple time MVP. But come on, man. I need your value to matter the most when the moment matters the most. I mean, that's just me as a sports fan. When a cat is doing so much and he's doing so many great things and he's doing this and doing that, getting accolades for this, accolades for that, it's cool. Hey, that's cool. But is it resulting in championships? And obviously, I know that is a team situation. I understand that. So I'm not faulting Aaron Judge for the lack of not winning championships, all on him. But what I'm saying is, in a sport like baseball, where yes, your own personal success can lead to team success because can't nobody hit for you. in baseball is you at the plate. You directly affect that. So, and that's what I'm saying. So, personally, he can affect the scoreboard. And when Aaron Judge keeps coming up short, coming up small in these moments, then hell, what am I supposed to see? What am I supposed to say? I'm only going based off my thoughts and feelings and opinions, or based off what I see. That's just fact of the matter is. And yet again, my big right fielder, who's supposed to be the big dog captain for Team USA, with his big bat, I need the guy to come up with a big hit in a big moment, again, come up small. Point blank period. Call a spade. That's just what it is. All right. Shout out to my podcast, bro. That is the one and only, the podcast tribal chief. All right. Acknowledge D, Bobby G. But man, hey, as great as Aaron Judge is, I'm starting to see a trend that the clutch gene may not be as big in big old Aaron Judge as most think or hope it would be. Because my man went 0 for 4 tonight in a championship situation. This is it. Knockout round. You lose, you go home. You win, you're the WBC champs. My man Aaron Judge has 4 opportunities to directly affect whether Team USA was going to win or not, and he came up small in those big moments. All right? I'm just saying, man. Just saying. We've seen him struggle against the Dodgers in the World Series in some moments where he could have helped his team sway some points and look for the Yankees. Came up small. But I shouldn't just pick on Aaron Judge. But guess what? When your name's Aaron Judge, you're one of the names on the roster. Hey man, somebody got to get majority of the scrutiny. Hey, with big name, big responsibility, that comes with it. That comes with a lot of, criticism. Criticism comes to those who think that they can handle it. All right. Criticism is always going to be heavy on him. And he should be used to it by now. You in New York, bro. You in New York. Anything I'm saying right now is very mild compared to how New York Yankees fans probably really feel and see you come up short in big moments, come up small in big moments, time in and time out. They're like, dog, we pay this man too much big old contract, big old money to him to be coming up small in big moments. But shout out to Team Venezuela. They did the damn thing. My man Salvador Perez, he's the catcher for my Kansas City Royals. He led the team. Again, Michael Garcia, the MVP of the whole WBC. I mean, they did their thing. Ronald Acuna Jr., Suarez. Hey, Venezuela won. Hey, they nice. They nice like that. They ain't no punks. They did the damn thing. So I appreciate that whole moment. But last week, the shocking trade that fell through happened. Max Crosby, and that whole situation was crazy. And a week later, he finally opened up and said what he had to say. Part of his The Rush podcast. Max Crosby finally opened up, said some things, and man, it's what he had going down, man. So let's take a look at a couple of clips of what he had to say, and then where we at.
But you see the Raiders making the moves they made, right? And you're sitting there. What was going on in your head?
That night, that Monday night, when I got in after I worked out and I'm chilling in the hotel, it's like kind of late, but I can't sleep. Like my emotions are everywhere. Raiders making moves, da-da-da, everything. I couldn't even open my phone. Everything was Raiders, Raiders, Raiders. I'm like, damn, like this is crazy. But I'm trying to just stay focused. Like this, I'm here in Baltimore. This is it. All this shit unravels on Tuesday, and then all of a sudden I'm back flying back the next day. Never would have thought in a million years. So it was crazy, bro. It was like so much going on. I get back to Vegas like 12:30, like little after midnight in Vegas. I got right up 4:55 the next morning, got my ass in the building, right back to work. I walk back in there like the fucking Undertaker. Shit happens for a reason. I know exactly who I am. I'm healthy. I'm fucking crushing my rehab. I'm doing what I'm doing. I wasn't supposed to be in Baltimore. And that's it. You know what I mean? I'm meant to be a Raider. It's through my damn core.
Hey, he says it's in his damn core to be a Raider. Man, you may feel that way, but I don't necessarily feel that the Raiders feel that way anymore, that you need to be a Raider forever. Because they obviously, they already shown it and they're not afraid to trade you. But not only that is I'm also just looking at the fact of all the moves that they did make. They did a lot of movement in free agency, and again, it was all under the impression that MAXX was no longer there. So they already shown that they were prepared to move on, and they were okay moving past no longer having Maxx Crosby there. And I'm also kind of looking at this situation with Maxx Crosby right here, because I know even when the situation went down last week, I was like, man, ain't no way you can trade him no more. There's no way. His value is probably shot. But I'm kind of looking like maybe not so. And I'm not saying that Maxx Crosby is untradeable, but I can obviously for a fact stand 10 toes on this mountain that there's no way he'll get, I'm saying he'll, but the Raiders, that the Raiders will never get nowhere close to that compensation for Maxx Crosby that they were about to get for the Baltimore Ravens, getting those 2 first. They're not going to get nowhere close to that compensation. So if a team offers you a first and say a 4th or 5th, you better take it. Because I'm not saying Maxx Crosby's value is shot, but I am saying that, you're not going to get nowhere close to what you would have gotten. And I think, or you weren't going to get that. Nobody's going to get you to what Baltimore gave up, essentially, is my point in general. I just think that and then I'll also I've been kind of seeing a lot of people kind of scratching their heads, kind of looking at the way that the Baltimore Ravens have been moving with the GM. Especially they kind of made a little fuss about the Jair Alexander trade last year. Because remember when Jair Alexander signed with the Ravens and then ended up the Eagle that never saw the field. But, there was some weird story about, that and kind of how they're saying the GM of the Ravens kind of knew that Jair Alexander was going to retire and kind of sold, some bad goods to the Eagles because Jair, it was quoted that Jair was having trouble, with some rehab stuff, some mental stuff, and he was ready to walk away from the game. And then, or he did retire. And then because now, technically, if he was to unretire and to play, I wanted to get signed by another team, the Eagles have his rights. So it was just some other stuff. And then you kind of see situations like this. Max has said this in his first words since last Tuesday's trade debacle falling through.
They called and whatever. They're like, yo, like you know, we're going to fly you out Monday, get to Tuesday. You know, I come in the building, they drive me out to the facility in the morning. We had to leave a couple hours, maybe an hour in or an hour and a half in to go get MRIs and x-rays and all that. I wanted to see the head coach and just chop it up, talk football, talk ball. Like, he's a defensive guy. I didn't get to meet with him till the end of the day. I didn't get to see the GM at all. I thought I was going to see him when I first got there. I didn't see him for 5 hours. Joe was like, I'll take you up and you go see the head coach, whatever, just before you leave. I dap him up, and you could just tell, like, the energy was a little bit off. And the GM was standing in, like, the hall, like, in the room next to me to the right. And that was the first time I seen him. Just in my head, like, this is a whirlwind. Like, I'm so excited, like, fired up. You know what I mean? Like, this is a new opportunity, whatever. And you could just tell the energy was off. Like, I dapped him up. He had, like, a blank face. They sit me down on the couch, and he's like, man, I don't know how to say this, but one of our doctors has concerns with the results and whatever. And, like, with your knee, like, some of them have, you know, are concerned about the future and da-da-da-da-da. We know we really want you, and this is what it is, but you know, we're just going to have to get more and more opinions. And I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting there waiting for a call. I can't even sit still, bro. One of the Ravens guys called me and it's like, yo, we're trying to figure this out. You know, we're going to get this done. Don't worry. 5 minutes later, CJ calls me. It's like, they're backing out. So I'm like livid, confused, the whole nine all in one. That whole situation was probably one of the most unique, crazy, wild, up and down roller coaster I've ever been a part of. Everyone's got their own theory, conspiracy theory. No one really will ever admit at either side what the real truth is or whatever. It doesn't even matter. I am where I'm supposed to be. I know that.
Rush. So that's coming from Max Crosby. Hold on, guys. I got some haters in the chat. Was King Alfred? KCR bums. You won't ever win the championship again. You wouldn't have any rings if it wasn't for the refs. 49ers got robbed. Okay. All right. Man, that's crazy. Who's your team, King Alfred? If you say Cowboys, you should definitely shut the hell up and have several seats. All right. Yeah, some people are just weird. They can't take it. Can't take the fact that you know, I'm just a fan of a team that happens to be successful. All right, and I'm not just a recent Chiefs fan. I'm a diehard. I'm 38 years old. I've been a Chiefs fan for 38 years. I've dealt with some heartbreak. Damn it! All right. I dealt with some heartbreak. All right, I'm a real one. All right, so. All right. What do you want me to say? Wait, hey, Chiefs, don't win again. I want the world to remember us as being fans of just the losers. No, we winning. We are the epitome of the NFL. It is what it is. Tell your franchise to step their shit up. All right. How about that shit? All right. I bet if you stop purchasing their tickets and stuff and hurt them in the wallet, and they'll straighten up. All right. But the more and more you keep buying money to supporting some old trash product, they're gonna keep giving you trash product. Anyway, no. Last clip from MAXX. I don't know if I played this one, but here it goes.
That whole situation was probably one of the most unique, crazy, wild, up and down roller coaster I've ever been a part of. For about 5 days, I would say, maybe even more. Yeah, it was about 5 days. It was crazy. Yeah, just to give you from the beginning, I'm sitting at we're at the house where everyone's in town, coming in town to celebrate.
Okay, yeah, so that's just another clip, just kind of breaking down the timeline and whatnot. Look, again, y'all know me. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I am a dot connector. I did find it odd that how, according to MAXX again, because this is his accounts of the timeline. All right. If you bring somebody out there to, come to the facility and all that, especially a trade that's already been announced and all that, I'm thinking everything's good. If you had concerns with the the medicals before, then and we shouldn't even got to this point that you flying me out here to make the joint finalized. Just my opinion. So I thought that was kind of odd and strange. And the fact that he didn't meet the GM to 5 hours later that he's in the facility was weird. Because a GM, more times than not, they're going to be more apt to be excited to see you, especially if they just gave up 2 first rounds for you. So it's kind of like they probably already knew something was up. So I kind of find that odd. So I don't want nobody to get my statements confused with anything. And I'm not saying that the Ravens did anything dirty, filthy, sneaky, snaky, or disgusting at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that there's too much smoke. I won't be shocked nor surprised if there's some sort of investigation. Whether it's the NFLPA or the NFL themselves that launch some type of investigation into some kind of foul play or anything, or trying to see. It's going to be hard to prove because I think the one thing that is working in the Ravens' favor is, hey, we can get out of this situation, get our picks back, and just say we got a concern with the injuries. Which is fair to say. I mean, the man, Crosby, had the knee issue. Y'all do remember that it was the Raiders themselves that really wanted to, it's just a whole crazy, overall weird situation for me. For Mad Max. I feel bad for a guy like that that kind of just got toyed around. He's excited being in a new place because I definitely think that after all the situation of him wanting to get shut down at the end of the season with the knee injury and him wanting to I don't think he was fussing to get out of there, out of Las Vegas or get away from the Raiders, which he should, because they're not a winning franchise. But I would say that he said the Ravens wanted to keep him locked in the back pocket until they knew whether they could get Trey. That's an interesting take right there, my man, Crafty Southpaw. Shout out to you, man. I hope all is well. That's an interesting take. One thing that I am not buying. I am not buying the fact to say that the Ravens tried to make it seem like, oh, yeah, we're just going to give up all this trade capital, acquire MAXX Crosby's contract, which is very high priced at his position. He's one of the highest paid at his position. Oh, and then spend $28 million on Trey Hendrickson, which you end up spending once the trade fell through. I'm not buying that. Oh yeah, we was gonna try to have both of them on the team. Yeah, right. No way. So you're gonna allocate damn near upwards up to damn near 70 million of your cap to 2 guys? No, you weren't. I don't believe that. And that's some crazy mumbo jumbo general manager bullshit that came out of that Ravens GM when he said that. I didn't believe that worth a damn. You can't sit there and try to sell me that your intentions were to get both of them on the roster, because no, ain't no way you're going to pay that type of money just for 2 bodies. That made no sense. But I will not be surprised if there's some type of some kind of investigation, see if there was some kind of foul play or something that was just crazy. Because how does how does Trey Hendrickson just like that trade or that signing just literally was like within hours? It like damn near. Or and then obviously with the trade falling through that Tuesday, and then Wednesday the signing of Trey was announced. So I'm like, that was the quickest pivot I've ever seen. But I get it. Okay, I'll give the Ravens credit again. Oh man, he got medical issues. We want our picks back. Hey, the Ravens knew it was gonna be hard for that man to pass a physical. All right, the man just had knee surgery in January. We're just now in the middle of March. Ain't nobody's knee gonna be nowhere close to 100%. Probably maybe a month and a half removed from surgery at minimum. Oh yeah. That's the easiest way for this to get out of that and get our picks back. I will say this. Now, you say that crafty softball. Again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I have a thought that maybe it was like, wait, Trey Hendrickson ain't moving? Nobody's trying to sign Trey? Oh, he's asking for $30 million and nobody's moving on him? Okay, how much is max salary? Oh, damn. 30 plus? Damn. And we gave up 2 firsts for him? Damn. So you telling me we can go get Trey Hendrickson for almost the same production and save about $3 to $4 million? Oh, well, shit. Yeah, let me get that. Let me get that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because Trey Hendrickson, although he's a couple of years older, when it comes to literally get after the quarterback, if we just talking about numbers, Trey ain't too far behind Max Crosby. Obviously, Trey Hendrickson is on a bad defense. Very bad defense. I mean, to be fair, so was Max Crosby on a bad defense in Las Vegas, but they showed they put a lot of money on that side. So I don't know how y'all feel about that one. I just thought that was crazy. That whole situation with the Ravens and stuff was crazy. The NFL rules part of the problem, in my opinion. They shouldn't allow trades to be discussed until the new season officially begins. I don't disagree with that. I just think that the NFL is so their company structure and how they operate, their operation functions is to make sure that we can have NFL talk 24/7, 365. I think the reason they do that is because, especially during the quote unquote tampering allowed period of the off season, I think they're kind of treating it in that same stance that, hey, let's kind of create some buzz around our league. And we just finished up combine, pro days are starting to going to start coming into full swing. Let's get everybody amped up for going to the draft. I just think it's just another situation where it's just to build hype, build buzz, and with buzz and popularity equals money. So yeah, I just think that all kind of falls hand in hand. 505, what up? How are you? I'm good. How are you? 505. All right. Yeah. Mad Max, I would love for you. Can I be honest? Well, of course I'll be honest. I am. It's my show. I think you can still move Mad Max. And I know I kind of, said last week that I was kind of maybe confused on if his value was still high. But I think my main point with the whole Baltimore thing is because you look at some situations where the dots just not connecting. Not saying again, not there's some conspiracy or some foul play or anything, but maybe you can look at if you're a team that really absolutely needs a stud 29-year-old pass rusher, and you got some money. I mean, yeah. Again, you're not gonna get those two first, but if you take a first and a fourth, get on, take it first and the third, take it. Just saying. But speaking of trades, Jalen Waddle, I did not see this coming. Hey man, woo, boy, they over there just over there just cleaning house out there in Miami, man. Jeff Hafley, a new coach that came from Green Bay, man, he's gonna have his work cut out. I don't know if this was something that he might have wanted to happen prior to taking the job. And then I absolutely feel bad for Malik Willis. No Tyreek Hill, no Jalen Waddle. So the top two receivers over the last few years for Miami no longer there. So that has to be stinging a little bit. So that also kind of confuses me as a fan. I'm confused on you gave Malik Willis the money as the quarterback, moved off of Tua finally, and then you start cleaning house, start taking away weapons. I mean, that's kind of weird. Not saying that Tyreek Hill is going to return back to cheetah form and be, this awesome guy. We don't know what he's going to be when he comes back and fully healthy and playing at full speed. We don't know what he's going to be looking like. But he's no longer there for Malik Willis to get a rapport with. Jalen Waddle, solid wide receiver for sure. Obviously, the Broncos felt a little bit, higher about Jalen Waddle than most teams because they traded for him, gave up the first for it. And I'm kind of like, okay, that's kind of shocking. Because my thing is like at some point in time, like damn, what took the I think the reason for my shock was more like, damn, Denver took so long to make some type of move, whether free agency or trade, and when the first move you make a move like this to give up your first and the third and something else to go get Jalen Waddle. That was crazy, absolutely crazy. Is in this situation, let's look at this from the Broncos side. I think they needed to make this trade. Obviously, I think adding Jalen Waddle, he should be your instant number one wide receiver because I'm not sold on Courtland Sutton. I never have been sold on Courtland Sutton as a football fan and watching him play. And obviously, being a Chiefs fan, I see him twice a year. But no, never, there are some times where he comes up with some solid games and, hey, the Broncos even gave him an extension last year. But there was also rumors that they was ready to move off of him at the deadline. So either you love him or you don't. But if you don't love him, go get a damn good number two that can easily be a number one on most teams. That is Jalen Waddle. The man is, and if you look at his whole his numbers and everything, he's been fairly, available Not too many games missed, and missing games and due to injury and whatnot. So he's not missing a lot of football. Stays relatively healthy. I think his route running skills are pretty solid, damn good, solid for sure. But yeah, the Broncos addressed the issue because, and no disrespect to what they got in the room, I just think that they got some solid pieces at wide receiver, but nothing that's going to wow you. And also, with Jalen Waddle being part of the Denver Broncos, I thought it was funny how he had that little clip where he was talking about, I'm gonna beat up Pat Surtain, and and then Surtain responded. And then I saw that they had FaceTime after the trade, but if you saw the clip, it looked like Kyler, or not Kyler. I got it mixed up. That Waddle kind of knew something. Because one guy asked him, he's like, if there was somebody to fight, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh yeah, man, it'd be, it'd be Pat Surtain, I'll whoop his ass, and he did it with a smirk on his face. So that's when I kind of knew something was crazy. What's good? I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How are you, Hassan? Is that what that is, Hassan? MF? Yeah. But hey, look, Jalen Waddle, he does provide some damn good wide receiver skills at that position, which the Broncos do need to upgrade that position for sure. So whether they go into the draft or not. Also, hey, if you're a Dolphins fan, look, again, I am kind of scratching my head because I'm like, well, why did you why would you bring in Malik Willis as the QB of your future and you have nothing really going? They're a 7-10 team and from last year. And I'm kind of looking at the situation where, hey, what are we doing? What are we doing? If you're a Dolphins fan, if you're a Dolphins fan, you got to be asking, like, what are we doing? Obviously, we keep trading away all our good pieces, and we're getting draft capital, which is good. All right, which is good. So I might as well keep it going. No disrespect, Devon A-Chain, I like you. If I'm getting rid of Jalen Waddle, gotten rid of Tyreek Hill, gotten rid of anybody that was, of worth of value and very, got to compensate them some way in big contracts. Hey, I'm over here thinking to myself, like, damn. I wish I would have stuck with football, man. But no, I think Jalen Waddle obviously upgrades that wide receiver room in Denver, but in Miami, you're kind of like, man, ain't no sense of holding on to Devon A-Chain if we over here, trading away all our best pieces. Seattle, I will look at for Seattle to try to get Devon A-Chain. I know that's kind of been mocked out there, but it makes sense. Obviously with losing Kenneth Walker, and you're not sure when you'll get Charbonnet back because that was a late injury to him. So Seattle makes sense. Who else makes sense? Who loves to run the football? Shit. Trying to think. Yeah, I'm blanking right now, but for Miami, if I was a Pittsburgh Steelers, I would go after Devon A-Chain. Yep. That was another team that popped to my head too, just a second ago. And so excuse me for being scatterbrains. It's the weed, y'all, and I ain't even smoked in the last couple hours. In the last couple hours is crazy work. But no, with that fire sale going on in Miami, they're going to be loading up on picks. So, not saying that they're going to be trash, but there's going to be some struggles because they're going to have some talent, but a lot of it's going to be very young because they're going to stockpile up a lot of these picks, and that kind of makes Miami a little slightly dangerous. So, you just might want to be careful out there in the East. All right, might want to be careful. Speaking of in the East, I got to bring this up because this is already disgusting as hell. All right, I'm absolutely disgusted. This is already because this is March, y'all. This is March, and this is literally some of the talk that is already going on already. Like we just now getting through free agency, man. Listen to this shit.
It just feels like I'm picking the Bills to get to the Super Bowl.
I have the Bills too.
So that was Buffalo Blue and not Bronco Blue.
Buffalo. Not only do I pick them to get there, I pick them to win it. It just feels like it's going to be their year because I like Joe Brady and I like the new energy he's going to bring as the head coach. Sean McDermott was just boring to me. I especially, Aqib Talib, love C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He's my guy. Yeah. Everywhere he goes, good stuff happens. He's got Aqib in that it factor that I can't explain. And then DJ Moore is going to be an X factor because I just think he's in that A.J. Brown league. He's a difference maker, and he's going to change life for Josh. So I got Bills over Rams in the Super Bowl because I'm going to stand by everything I said about the Rams. They're just a little better than the Seahawks, and it's the best division, and that makes them the best team.
For the NFC, though, obviously I do have Seattle, but I just think that team is built to make another run this year. I think they've allowed Seattle with Mike McDonald to be good for a really long time. So I think they get back to the Super Bowl next year. And then from the AFC, I have them playing the Buffalo Bills. Now, defensively, that's where they've got to improve a little bit, and I think they will improve. A move that went under the radar, though, that I really liked was them adding Bradley Chubb. I think that's going to help them. He had 8.5 sacks last year, but he was coming off an ACL injury. He had 11 sacks in 2023, so I think they can get that type of production with them. But a reason I really think they're going to take that next step defensively is because who they hired at defensive coordinator. They went out and got Jim Leonard, who's a 10-year NFL vet. He's been coaching now for 11 years. I like what's happening in Buffalo. I like what's happening in Seattle. I've got both the Bills and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, and I got the Seahawks repeating. I think they'll go
repeating.
I do.
Wow.
I do.
Oh my goodness. I'm so irritated already. Look, we shouldn't have. We shouldn't have. Look, I get it. Having these way too early Super Bowl predictions, free agency just finished up, or still going on. We got the draft coming up soon, and look, I get it. But my biggest beef about that whole Skip Bayless and Cody Kessler way too early predictions is who they picked. Haven't they learned their lesson? I don't think they learned their lesson. They're starting March 17th already. Cody Kessler and Skip Bayless are already doing the Josh Allen Buffalo Bills Super Bowl campaign already. This early. It's early into the new league season. It's March 17th. And they are already doing the same old that has been going on the last 4 years. Oh, I like Joe Brady, blah, 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 this and that. Oh, come on. We're really doing this again in sports media, folks, trying to convince that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are going to be the ones. Haven't y'all noticed something? They keep letting y'all down year in and year out. Come on, man. Miss me with that. It's crazy. Anyway, hey, I'm gonna get up out of here because I know what time it is. We gotta get up out of here and handle some business. Until then, you know what it is. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Until the next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love, y'all. Holler at y'all.
Yeah. Silent Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card